In this video, I'll talk about the IceRiver KS0 earnings and how much I will have earned if the Kaspa token continues this incredible run-up in price and reaches a $10 billion market cap in the upcoming bull run. How much will this miner have made me in total then? Remember, nothing I say is financial or investment advice, it just includes my speculation on the Kaspa price and how much we have earned in the future by mining it. The IceRiver KS0 Kaspa miner is my only ASIC miner that I'm able to have indoors in my living room in a shared apartment, and that is simply because of this miner being silent, and it also just uses 65 watts of power, so that I'm grateful for to be able to have it running without bothering anyone. This miner I bought from Coin Mining Central that also have many different sorts of Kaspa miners and other kind of miners, and for any of their miners you can use the discount code NORDIC to get them $125 cheaper. I've had this miner now for 19 days and the earnings have been above $3 so far. These earnings show what I earn when recorded every single day at their current price. If I were to update all these earnings to the current Kaspa price as of 20th September, it would look like this instead. But I will keep the earnings showing as the former picture like this, just so you know. But when looking at the dollar earnings and the actual Kaspa tokens it mines every day, we can see that the dollar price have been about the same, whilst the number of tokens we earn are decreasing. And that is because the total net hash rate for Kaspa is growing more and more every day, and the rewards are being split amongst more and more people. And that is why I'm seeing less tokens earned per day. But my dollar earnings are the same, and that is simply because the dollar price of the Kaspa token have been increasing lately and have had a great year so far. The Kaspa token is currently sitting at a $1 billion market cap. But what would happen if Kaspa reached $10 billion in market cap? Currently, that would place the token as the 7th biggest crypto, but during a bull run, when the entire crypto market could rise up to $10 trillion, a 10 billion market cap becomes a lot more plausible, as we saw with a lot of other projects during the last bull run. Now let's get into some speculating. Keep in mind that this will just be speculation and I will make a lot of assumptions. A market cap of $10 billion would make the Kaspa token almost worth $0.5 each. And here we have again how the token earnings and dollar earnings have looked like during the past 19 days. We have already seen a 30% drop in token earnings. We can see here that the total net hash rate increased from about 2 to 22 petahashes per second from July to September this year, so about a 10 petahash per second increase every month in total net hash rate for Kaspa. Let's assume it is 7 months more until we are in the next bull market and Kaspa sits at a $10 billion market cap. Assuming the same increase of total net hash rate keeps on going for 7 months, then we would 7 months in the future mine 4.18 times less tokens per day, which ends up being around 15.8 Kaspa tokens per day with our IceRiver KS0 miner. And that would make the daily earnings at that time $7.9 per day, assuming Kaspa have a $10 billion market cap. And all the previous days we mined tokens up until then will now also be worth $0.5 each. And during this 7-month time, I assume we see a constant reduced token earnings every day, from the current 66 tokens per day down to the 15.8 tokens per day, so about the reduction of 0.23 tokens less earned per day. And when adding it all up, everything we earned during those 7 months, including the constant reduction per day, we will have earned 8,563 Kaspa tokens, and at $0.5 each, that would then be worth $4,282. Quite a lot for a device costing between $600 to $1,000. Now, is this scenario realistic? Well, pretty much nothing increases linearly, especially not token price or hash rate, so obviously that aspect of this scenario is out the window. But the end goal of Kaspa reaching $10 billion market cap might be what is most plausible and realistic out of all of this. I'm not so sure that Kaspa will have had time to increase 10 times in market cap within 7 months, it might just take a few months more than that. If we however continue to see this Kaspa price increase we are seeing right now, I also believe the increase in total net hash rate will also start to increase with more than 10 petahashes per second per month, and so lowering the end earnings, so to say. But it could just as well happen that we see the market crumble until then, the Kaspa token price go down and the total hash rate increases less than 10 petahashes per second per month. Ultimately, then we would end up earning more Kaspa per day, and if the bull run occurs later than we assumed, we will have even more days to stack up even more tokens. So the main point here being, as my personal thought, is that Kaspa have a very bullish sentiment around it that I believe will some way or another live on and through the upcoming bull run, and therefore I believe it is quite likely Kaspa reaches a $10 billion market cap. And then the way there does not really matter. But of course I would love to mine the most amount of Kaspa tokens possible until that happens. Do you think Kaspa can hit the market cap of $10 billion and be worth $0.5 per token? Let me know in the comments. Alright, thank you so much for watching, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.